What is the accounting equation? The accounting equation shows the relationship between assets, liabilities, and stockholders' equity. It confirms debits equal credits, and it ensures all is in balance. The accounting equation is assets equals liabilities plus stockholders' equity. Assets are things you own like cash, buildings, vehicles, and computers. Liabilities are things that you owe. You can owe to suppliers, vendors, creditors, and even employees. Stockholders' equity is the difference between assets and liabilities. The accounting equation must always be in balance. For example, if we had assets of $100,000 and stockholders' equity is $60,000, then what is liabilities? Well, to make the equation balance, liabilities would need to be $40,000. Another example, stockholders' equity is $200,000, liabilities is $50,000. Assets would need to be $250,000 for the equation to balance. The accounting equation can be expanded. Assets equals liabilities, and stockholders' equity is expanded to capital stock, dividends, revenues, and expenses. As stated previously, assets are things we own, and liabilities are things we owe. Capital stock is where the owners give to the company. Dividends is where the owners receive from the company. Revenues is anytime the company provides its services or goods, and expenses are costs to run the business. When recording business transactions, the expanded accounting equation must remain in balance. Here are some examples of keeping the accounting equation in balance. An increase in assets by $100,000 equals an increase in liabilities by $100,000, or an increase in assets by $100,000 and recording capital stock of $100,000, or an increase of assets by $100,000 and recording revenues for $100,000, or an increase in assets by $100,000 and a decrease in assets by $100,000, or a transaction where there's a decrease in assets by $100,000 and dividends is recorded for $100,000. This is still in balance because dividends has a minus sign in front. Or a decrease in assets by $100,000 and recording expenses for $100,000. Again, this is still in balance because there is a negative sign in front of the expense. Or a transaction where assets and liabilities are decreasing by $100,000. Or liabilities increase by $100,000 and expenses are recorded for $100,000. The equation is still in balance because expenses has a minus sign in front of it.